So ocean acidification happens when carbon dioxide in the atmosphere that has been released from fossil fuel burning dissolves into the ocean surface. When the carbon dioxide dissolves in the ocean surface, it combines with water and it creates an acid. And this acid changes not only the pH of the water, which is something you might remember from chemistry education long ago, but it also changes the balances of other ions and elements that are in the water. And together, the change in pH and the change in the chemical balance put pressure on these young animals to do everything. So they can't protect themselves from this changing environment as well as grow and thrive and metamorphose. So they run out of energy. And either they don't metamorphose to another older stage correctly, or they might die altogether. So the reason I got involved in thinking about this in the first place was because I came up through graduate school as basically a chemical oceanographer. I titrated a lot of seawater. I went out to the middle of the ocean and I collected these bottles of seawater. Doesn't look like anything, put them on a machine. Thousands of titrations. And in talking to people about how I saw the ocean changing and how all of my colleagues see it changing, I was just met by blank faces. And it started to make me think, okay, well, how can we talk about this in a way that means something to people other than the carbon cycle community? We know for sure that the ocean is taking up carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, but we also know that it is causing a wholesale change in ocean chemistry. We can measure that, we can replicate it in the laboratory. We also know that there are certain organisms that are really hit hard by this. Some organisms seem to be hit harder than others, and at certain times in their lives as well. This is where the uncertainty creeps in. There are many, many different life forms in the ocean. All of them have different developmental histories and life history needs. And what we don't know yet is exactly how something like ocean acidification will be affecting each of those life stages and each of those organisms in each of those ecosystems. That's where it becomes difficult to make one wholesale prediction, because biology is resourceful. It's very, very good at adapting to or navigating through a changed situation. And we, the scientific community, is trying to understand how adaptable biology is and ocean ecosystems are, and where that adaptability ends, and where those changes could really become severe. And we can get around the table and people can talk about what they want the future to look like. And talking together about what we want the future to look like is a really important piece of identifying how to go forward in a world of uncertainty. If we know where we want to go together, it helps us not get bogged down in, well, do we know if it's this or that? Because if we say, okay, we want a sustainable future where fisheries can be used instead of just conserved and excluded from human use, that's a goal that collectively we can work ahead towards. And we can make decisions saying, well, we need to understand this piece of it better, and we need to understand how to be fair about allocating access to this fishery. That helps keep the ends in mind without getting caught in the swamp of uncertainty that we might think the data lends itself to.